Okay, good morning, good afternoon. Today we are going to look at division with decimals. Before we do so, I want to start with looking at how we multiply numbers with decimals by powers of 10. You've done this in previous grades, and we're going to look at how we multiply powers of 10s with numbers with decimals and see where the decimal moves to. For instance, if I had 1.2, let me see if I can get this to focus better. There we go. If I had 1.2 and I multiplied by the power of 10, where would my decimal move? Being that I have 1 0, my decimal would move one place to the right, leaving me with 12 instead of 1.2. If I multiply using standard algorithm, which we have done before in class, starting with my ones value, I would take 0 times 2. That leaves me with 0. 0 times 1 leaves me with 0 as well. Now I have to multiply the tens place. But before doing so, I need to place my placeholder. So I'm in my tens value place. Now we can multiply 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. I have aligned all of my numbers, so then it will be easy for me to add. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 2 is 2. 0 plus 1 is 1. Now remember, you count how many places are behind the decimal in your two numbers. And there's only one number that has a decimal place. And there's only one number after my decimal. Therefore, in my answer, I need to also make sure there's one number or one digit, which is how I get 12. So either by standard algorithm or knowing how to move the decimal by bases, powers of 10, you can get to the answer of 12. Let's look at one more. Say we have 1.25 times 100. Well, at 1.25 times 100, essentially that's 10 squared, so there's 2 zeros, which means that my decimal place will move twice to the right, leaving me with 125. You can either use that method, or you can take 1.25 times 100 and use your standard algorithm method. Starting with the ones value, you are going to multiply your decimals. They do not have to line up. You multiply like normal. So 0 times 5 is 0. 0 times 2 is 0, it's also 0. 0 times 1 is 0. Now my placeholder needs to go on my ones because now I'm starting with my tens value. 0 times 5, 0. 0 times 2, 0. 0 times 1, also 0. Remember the importance of lining up your numbers. Now I'm in the hundreds place and I'm multiplying by 1. So I need now 2 placeholders to be in the hundreds place. 1 times 5 is 1. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. Now that I have multiplied, aligned and place my placeholders. 0 plus 0 plus 0. We know that is 0. Same here. 0 plus 0 plus 5 is 5. 0 plus 2, 2. And then bring down your 1. How many places or how many digits are behind my decimal? I have 1, 2. So my answer needs to have 2 digits behind the decimal as well. So we see that we get to 125 with either method that we use. Okay? That will be important to understand with division with decimals because you will have to understand why you're moving the decimal in the way that you are when we have to multiply or when we have to divide with decimals. The next video is going to be the rules of division with decimals, but this is a video you must view first.